when the structure collapsed. A fourth firefighter, John McCaster, is here at shock trauma and remains in critical but stable condition. This is a gut-wrenching tragedy for our city, for our fire department, and most importantly, for the families of our firefighters. There are no words, none, to describe the pain and the severity of the losses that we suffered today. My heart is with our firefighters, their families, and the entire Baltimore City Fire Department who put the lives and safety of others before themselves each and every day. And we have to be thankful for them. We have to be, especially in the moment of this tragedy, be thankful for those that we lost today and remember them and honor them always. I ask that all of Baltimore keep them, our department, and our city in our prayers during this extremely difficult time. Thank you, and I'll turn it over to the council president.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. When we're born, we have this innate sense to flinch when danger comes, to run away from emergency and issues. As we grow older, we're taught to do that. The men and women of the Baltimore Fire Department, they sign a pledge to do something different. They sign a pledge to protect each and every one of us on a daily basis and run towards danger. And that's exactly what occurred this morning. They decided to get up, they kissed their wives or their children, they said bye to their loved ones, and they expected to put on those boots and eventually return home, and they did not. And as the mayor said, paid the ultimate sacrifice for our city. Folks, these aren't just members of the Baltimore City Fire Department. These are our heroes. And we can't allow this incident today, this horrific incident, to go in vain. But we must ensure that we appreciate the job that they do on a daily basis. So as the mayor has asked, I'll call on second that we pray for them, we pray for their families, and we also pray for the men and women who sacrifice their lives on a daily basis to protect and serve the citizens of Baltimore, our first responders. With that, I'm going to call on Dr. Scalia.
Good evening. We are unfortunately here one more time. This morning between 7:45 and 8:30, we admitted 3 firefighters from the building collapse that you have heard described. 2 of them, firefighters Sadler and Lacayo, sustained cardiac arrest at the scene. They got everything we have, but we were unable to resuscitate them, and they were pronounced dead. The 3rd firefighter, Firefighter McMasters, is on life support. He's up in the intensive care unit. He has injuries that sometimes get worse before they get better, so we are keeping a very, very close eye on him. Fingers crossed that he is going to make it and be just fine. It's very hard. It's hard to know at this point. On behalf of the 450 men and women that are the Shock Trauma Center, our hearts go out to all of the families. We pride ourselves on bringing our A game. Sadly, this morning our A game just wasn't quite good enough.
So, Dr. Scalia, forgive me for not recognizing you and your team and all the great work they did to help us. And now I'm opening for questions. The mic's right here if you want, or you can ask it there, whatever you. They obviously made a decision. That was a vacant home, but the adjacent structure was not. The adjacent address was not. So they made the determination that they could control the fire and put it out. It's up to those individuals that get on the scene and see the circumstances that they have to make that decision, and they did. Yes, ma'am. Any other questions?
Was there any concern if anyone was inside the buildings at the time? That's why they meant to.
I can't get in the minds of the individuals there, but I don't know that. The last time a firefighter was killed in the line of duty was about right over 7 years ago. It was Lieutenant Bethea. I haven't had a chance to evaluate that at this time. We spent most of the time trying to make sure we took care of our members that were on the scene. And we've done a whole lot of things to make sure that those people I need to tell you, our members are going through a whole lot today. So our focus was on trying to take care of the people who were injured and hurt and take care of our members to make sure they are emotionally stable and able to move on.
And I just think it's important for us today to remember that we are talking about the loss of 3 firefighters and 1 fighting for his life. We will get you all the details about the history and those things as they come and as we dig into it. But today, the focus should be on these heroes who we lost, who were fighting a fire because it's a block of homes that not all are vacant. We could be talking about more lives lost if not for the heroics of these folks here. That should be the focus of today.
We're at the investigation stage, at the very, very beginning of the investigation stage. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Please. Do we have any idea? I know it's really early, but the tenure of the firefighters who passed away.
You want to give them that information? Yeah.
So the tenure for the firefighters. So Lieutenant Paul Bittram, he's been with the fire department for 16 years. Firefighter paramedic Kelsey Sadler, 15 years. Firefighter paramedic Kenny Lakeo, 7 years. And then the firefighter or the EMT firefighter that is here still in critical condition, 6 years.
What are you saying to them right now?
My message is the same message I gave them when we met and gathered and mustered at the scene. My message is that we need you all to take care of each other. We need to pray and look out for each other, look out for each other's members, look out for each other's families. Because on this day, Baltimore City lost a hero, but somebody lost a mom and a dad. Somebody lost a brother and a sister. And our firefighters see each other like families. So they lost a family member. So my goal today is to make sure that they heal and turn inward, and we all take care of each other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.